Good morning. Thank you for stepping into the Foul Playland. As always, I'm your Foul Player. Wanted to make another draft video, and this one is regarding the New York Giants. This is more of a draft tactics video, and the topic at hand is why I think the Giants should consider trading down in this draft. As many of you know, the Giants have the 4th overall pick in this upcoming 2020 draft. The obvious choices on the top of the draft by the Bengals and the Redskins are that the Bengals will take Joe Burrow with the number 1 overall pick, and that the Redskins are going to chase Chase Young with the number 2 overall pick, respectively. Having said that, I think that the Lions are going to be shopping their pick, which they should, because the separation between Okudah and the offensive lineman from Georgia, which I can't remember his name because I haven't slept. Don't judge me, you animals. And a player like, let's say, Isaiah Simmons. It's not that much disparity as far as talent goes. So I think with a lot of people having the Lions slated to take Okudah, the cornerback from Ohio State, rather than do that, I think they could trade that pick to a team like Miami or any other team that gets thirsty for Tua Tagovailoa and get a nice bounty in return, and which I expect to happen. I think the Lions are almost certain to trade out of that pick. But I think that the Giants should also do the same thing. I think that you're still going to have the Oregon quarterback on the board in Herbert, and people are going to want to invest into the quarterback of his potential and his talent. The teams that a lot of people are saying may move up are the Chargers, maybe the Dolphins, the Colts. There's other teams too that I can't recall offhand, but those three, you've been hearing a lot of them as far as their capability to move up, and I think they're all good potential candidates to move up. But I think there's going to be other teams that are going to be moving up or trying to move up to get Justin Herbert. Having said that, and I don't want to use the Chargers as an example because it's going from 4 to 6, and it's not that much of a difference. I mean, maybe you could bag up an additional 2nd or 3rd round pick. I think 3rd round is more likely, but I would also be willing to, per se, make a deal with the Colts, who are picking at number 13. Now, I know there's a big difference between number 13 and number 4, but trust me, in the early portion of this draft, especially if one of these teams move up, there's going to be a run on quarterbacks. Tua Tagovailoa and Justin Herbert, Burrow naturally, Chase Young. That's 4 picks right there. There's also going to be a run, I predict, on offensive linemen. The Giants are in need of offensive linemen. The best offensive lineman in my eyes and a lot of other people's eyes is the kid whose name I can't recall, out of Georgia. Good left tackle, somebody who you could plug and play. But the Giants' predicament, I think it's going to take a really, really drastic measure for somebody to replace Nate Solder from the left tackle spot next year. Not that I'm an advocate for Nate Solder. I think Nate Solder might be the worst left tackle in the entire league. Having said that, he's there for so much money. He did play marginally better at the tail end of last year than he did at the beginning of last year, but I think I could have played better than him in the beginning of last year. So it's not saying much. But in spite of that, I think it's gonna take a very dramatic showing at camp, or who knows, for the incoming drafted tackle, especially left tackle, to replace Nate Solder. So if that's the case, if there's a good guy at right tackle, or somebody who you slate to be more of a right tackle and to stay put at right tackle for the entirety of his career, and he's available in this draft at, say, 13, you take that pick. And I think I would do it. One person that comes to mind is Mekhi Becton from Louisville. Another person is the Alabama left tackle, even though I think he's going to go a little bit higher, but he may fall. You never know. If he does fall, I mean, that's somebody who's big, strong, and you could put him into the right tackle spot into next year and not lose a step. If they play if they play well above like what you anticipate them to perform in 2020, then next year, or maybe in the middle of 2020, you could bring them over to the left side. I mean, I wouldn't do it in the middle of the year, but maybe for 2021, you got your left tackle of the future. Somebody like Mekhi Becton, who I'm really high on, really extremely strong left tackle. I think he'd play magnificently in the right tackle for his rookie season. I would throw him right into right tackle and see if that potential is there for left tackle. I think Mekhi Becton is really raw, but he's extremely strong and he's extremely big. A little bit tall, but he gets beat on the edge a lot. But I think his length helps him make up for these edge rushers getting around him. I'm not sure how he would do with multiple rushers coming in on that side, but he could learn all that. And I think at the left tackle spot, with us having Will Hernandez, if he were to get plugged into the left tackle spot in the future, I mean, I think they'd be a really fearsome combo. Really two nasty guys on that left side in 2021. But if you got to plug that person into the right tackle in 2020, not much lost. As a lot of you guys may know, going into next year, we're gonna have no third round pick. Maybe we could recoup that. I mean, I think we definitely recoup that in a trade with the Colts. I think we could bag their second round pick this year if they possess one. When you move into the teens or into the double digits, 10 and better, I think somebody's going to ante up a second round pick. They may ante up more, maybe a first round pick in the future. And I'm all for that, provided that we walk away with a tackle. This draft, as a lot of you guys may know, is very deep at the offensive line position. And more importantly, it's extremely deep at the tackle position. A lot of good talent at tackle coming out of the draft this year. So long as I walk away with one, and he could be a mainstay for years to come, I'm all for it. Let me know what you guys think. With that, I'm out. Thank you for stepping into the Foul Playland. Have a wonderful day. Peace.